When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady yellow arrow, drivers A. should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. B. should slow to a stop, if it is safe to do so. C. may turn left after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. D. have the right of way and may expect oncoming traffic to stop for them. B. should slow to a stop, if it is safe to do so. A steady yellow arrow indicates that a red arrow is about to appear. Stop unless you are already within the intersection. A driver can legally pass on the right side of another vehicle. A. if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. B. even if it means driving off the pavement. C. on a narrow bridge. D. at any time. A. if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. If there is an available passing lane, you may pass on the right of a vehicle or bicycle that is turning left or waiting to turn left. It is also legal to pass on the right when driving on a multi-lane road with 2 or more lanes traveling in the same direction. You may never drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the road to pass another vehicle. What is the first thing you should adjust, if needed, when you get into a car to drive? A. your seat belt. B. the steering wheel. C. your rearview mirror. D. your seat. D. your seat. When preparing to drive, you should first adjust your seat to ensure that you are in a comfortable position and can see the road clearly. Adjust your mirrors and steering wheel to be effective when your seat is fully adjusted. A red arrow displayed on a traffic light means that A. a driver must proceed slowly through the intersection. B. a driver must stop and then proceed when the way is clear. C. a driver must stop and then proceed when the signal changes to a green light or green arrow. D. a driver may turn in the direction that the red arrow is pointing. C. a driver must stop and then proceed when the signal changes to a green light or green arrow. Unless a posted sign indicates otherwise, a traffic signal displaying a red arrow means that drivers must come to a full stop and remain stopped until a green light or green arrow appears.
Want to ace your DMV test? Go to cheatsheets.com and get your guaranteed cheat sheet.
When changing lanes, you should A. rely on your mirrors. B. begin signaling as you move into the next lane. C. signal at least 500 feet before your lane change when driving on residential streets. D. always check your blind spot. D. always check your blind spot. Other cars and motorcycles are often hidden in a vehicle's blind spot, so be sure to glance over your shoulder before you begin a lane change. Begin signaling 100 feet before changing lanes or turning in a residential area. Signal 5 seconds in advance when changing lanes on a freeway. When driving in fog. A. use your parking lights. B. use your low beams. C. use your high beams. D. it makes no difference which lights you use. B. use your low beams. You should use low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, or snow. You may cross double solid yellow lines. A. to pass a slow-moving truck. B. to turn into a driveway. C. to pass another car. D. under no conditions. B. to turn into a driveway. Double solid lines indicate that you may not pass or change lanes. You cannot cross the lines unless it is to turn left to enter or exit a highway, to turn into or from a driveway, or to make a U-turn where permitted. While driving, you come upon a sign displaying the words, "Reduced speed, 35 miles per hour." This means a. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at this sign. b. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at the next speed limit sign. c. That you have plenty of time to slow down before the reduced speed zone. d. That you should reduce your speed to 35 miles per hour, but only under poor weather conditions. a. That the new 35 miles per hour speed limit begins at this sign. Reduced speed signs inform drivers that they must reduce their speeds. If a new speed limit is posted on one of these signs, the new speed limit begins at the sign. This road sign means a. Do not pass. b. Do not enter. c. No turn on red. d. Keep right. d. Keep right. This sign indicates that a divided highway begins ahead. The road will split into two one-way roadways separated by a median or divider. You must keep to the right. Your body gets rid of approximately a. 3 alcoholic drinks an hour. b. 1 alcoholic drink an hour. c. 2 alcoholic drinks an hour. d. None of the above. b. 1 alcoholic drink an hour. The average person's body will process about 1 alcoholic drink in 1 hour. However, many factors play a part in determining how impaired a person will become when consuming alcohol, including the amount of alcohol consumed, how fast it is consumed, and a person's body weight, food intake, and general health. This sign means a. No right turn. b. You must turn right. c. Watch for traffic on your right. d. Don't park on the right side of the street. a. No right turn. A sign with a red circle and slash over a symbol indicates that the action represented by the symbol, in this example, a right turn, is not allowed. A person who drives much slower than the speed limit a. Is a very safe driver. b. Always has the right of way. c. Should not let following cars pass. d. May create a dangerous driving environment. d. May create a dangerous driving environment. Driving more slowly than the flow of traffic can be hazardous. If you are on a two-lane, two-way road and driving so slowly that traffic is backing up behind you, you are required to pull off the road and let the other vehicles pass. Only drive significantly under the speed limit when conditions require it. A driver on an interstate highway must make a safe lane change. a. When approaching a stopped emergency vehicle using flashing blue lights. b. When approaching a stopped emergency vehicle using flashing red lights. c. When approaching a stopped maintenance vehicle using flashing amber lights. d. All of the above. d. All of the above. You must change lanes to create more space when approaching a stopped police vehicle with flashing blue lights, a stopped emergency vehicle with flashing red lights, or a stopped maintenance vehicle with flashing amber lights. If you cannot safely move to a different lane, you must slow down. If involved in an accident, a driver should a. Stop their vehicle at or near the scene. b. Not stand or walk in traffic lanes. c. Turn off the ignitions of wrecked vehicles. d. All of the above. d. All of the above. If you are involved in an accident, you must stop at or near the scene. Move your vehicle out of the way of traffic, if possible. Do not stand or walk in traffic lanes as you could be struck by another vehicle. Turn off the ignitions of wrecked vehicles. You are borrowing an unfamiliar vehicle from a friend. You should A. Not put too much thought into it because all vehicles are the same. B. Hide from your friend that you are unfamiliar with the vehicle. C. Disregard any obvious defects to avoid embarrassing your friend. D. Take a few minutes before driving to familiarize yourself with the operation and location of all the vehicle's equipment. D. Take a few minutes before driving to familiarize yourself with the operation and location of all the vehicle's equipment. When driving an unfamiliar vehicle, take a few minutes before driving to familiarize yourself with the location and operation of the turn signals, hazard warning signals, headlights and beam selector, windshield wipers and washers, brakes, gear selector, and horn. Any defects should be corrected before the vehicle is driven. Parking lights should be used? A. Only during winter driving. B. Only when your vehicle is parked. C. When passing another vehicle. D. When driving during the day. B. Only when your vehicle is parked. Parking lights are only to be used when your vehicle is parked. When driving on slippery roads, you should A. Use alternate routes. B. Drive as you would on dry roads. C. Increase your following distance. D. Avoid crossing bridges or intersections. C. Increase your following distance. On slippery roads, you should increase your following distance. It may take more time to stop your vehicle than it would under normal conditions. Which of the following best ensures your safety and the safety of those around you when you are backing your vehicle? A. Honk your horn right before shifting into reverse. B. Check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. C. Check your rearview mirrors to see what is behind you. D. Turn up the car radio before backing up to get the attention of anyone who may be around you. B. Check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Backing requires extra caution because it is difficult for drivers to see behind their vehicles. Before entering a vehicle to back up, walk to the back of the vehicle to check for children and small objects. Traffic signs and pavement markings? A. Must always be obeyed. B. Are merely suggestions. C. Must be followed only when there is other traffic. D. Must be followed only when a police officer is present. A. Must always be obeyed. Traffic flow is controlled by pavement markings, traffic islands, signals, and signs. These devices inform drivers of conditions on the roadway and help guide drivers safely to their destinations. You must always obey traffic signs, signals, and pavement markings. Before changing lanes on a multi-lane highway, you should A. Sound your horn. B. Turn on your headlights. C. Reduce your speed. D. Check your mirrors and blind spots. D. Check your mirrors and blind spots. Before changing lanes, you should look in your rearview and side mirrors to make sure no one is trying to pass you. You should also look over your shoulder to make sure that no one is in your blind spot.